Oh, we got some people on ticky-tacky. Well, the first thing I want to mention when people watch this is to realize that we have a grant that we give out every month, okay, on Lesko Help. So if you remember LeskoHelp.com, that we give out grants every month. We've given out like $370,000 so far. And it's really just to members, and the membership is like $20. But what's important about the membership is that you also get unlimited help to apply to every government grant there is in the world. I mean, I've been studying this stuff for longer than dirt. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix a light here. Okay, that's probably good enough. So I help you, step by step for any government grant there is in America, and not only from federal, but from state, from county, from nonprofits. And that's where a lot of it is happening now, is local nonprofits. People, I'll just look for the big ones from the federal government. And because they're so used to those stimulus checks that everyone got them. But this stuff, even the amount, Tammy, how are you? She's there. Tammy, I'd love to talk tomorrow if you got some time, or we could wait till Monday. But leave me a number and some times that are good. But anyway, the grants that are available. I mean, Tammy is wonderful. She's one of our members, and see, members help members, and this is what's great about Tammy. And I don't think you get anywhere else. And really, Tammy makes me feel that this thing will live longer than me. Yeah, and because if we get more members helping other members, so like Tammy, she got over $70,000 already, and she shares with you how she got it. So instead of me telling you about a program and how it may work or whatever, and where to go, and the normal kind of stuff but I didn't apply for it. Tammy did. So she's more helpful to you than I am. Because I'm just reading stuff and knowing how to dig to find out where it is. Tammy, did it, man. And she just did it yesterday. Now is getting her house painted. I mean, that's incredible. How many of you have to raise your hand if you think your government program to get your house painted? Yeah, Tammy did. I didn't know about it either. See, so Tammy's really the one kind of person I think what Lesko Help is really about. It's not about me and my 20 or 40 or 50 years of experience, whatever the hell it is. It's the thousands of members that are out there, applying to programs every day and coming back and sharing it. And that's why I think that, I don't know how long I'm going to live. I got, I'm at 79 already. I'm already as old as dirt. So who knows how much time I have left. But I always thought the government should have this. See, the government should have what I'm doing. They should have a place where the average citizen could go and find out what's available for them. But the government is so fragmented, and they don't even know what the average consumer wants, or what they see or what they need. And that's what they don't know. And so for the years I've been doing this, since day one, 40 or 50 years ago, what I do is try to show people in their language what's there. I mean, the government will tell you, well, here's an important program called and this is one of my favorite one I like to talk about, the Urban Homesteading Act. Boy, but I read that program, and maybe you want to call it the Urban Homesteading Act, but I call it houses for $1. and that's what's going on there. But the government can't. They got to follow laws, and to set up any program, it goes through 1,000. It's like making sausage. You don't want to see it happen. And it's so convoluted. By the time it gets out the other end, nobody knows what the hell it is. They got to appease, 15,000 people in the middle as they're making this stuff. And so nobody understands it when it comes out the other end. Like Biden just came out with, okay, I mean, what Biden did in the new stimulus package is incredible to me. I mean, he has, this is for the Inflation Reduction Act. Now, that's an incredible program. But people don't realize it. They don't know what it is or even where it is. And by the time it gets out to where do you apply, who the hell knows what they're going to call it. But when I read it, I just see opportunities for the average person all over, and this is what we're trying to do, is teach the average person on the street is not used to this, to take advantage of it, because it's the biggest opportunity this country has had since its beginning. It will be forever, and the only people who take advantage of it is the people who hire rich consultants called lobbyists to help them get more of this stuff. You have here, and the government stuff is over a third of everything in our economy is government stuff. So you're missing so much by not taking advantage of this. And here in the Inflation Reduction Act, man, that's almost a half a trillion, like $400 billion. Man, $400 billion. That's like NASA or something like that. That's an incredible amount of money just in 1 year. And it's for everything. And you may know about the $7,500 to buy a vehicle, an electric vehicle, but also in there is you're going to get drugs. So, and not the stuff you get in the playground, real drugs that you're paying a bunch for. You could probably get those cut down about 50% or even down to a third of what we're paying for now. I mean, that's incredible. You can now get health care probably for free. That's going to be extended for a long time. That was supposed to go away soon, and it's amazing. And now, like even in the new program that Biden has for student loan debt forgiveness. I mean, that's only $10,000, $20,000. But there's a better program we already have that if you don't have a lot of money, you don't have to pay anything forever. And it depends on the if, ands, or buts, but you could pay like $1 a month for 10 years and then have all the rest forgiven. Now, that's not a forgiveness of the 10,000 or 20,000. This is a separate program. This is a separate program. It's already there, but nobody knows. Nobody pays attention to that. I didn't even know about it until Biden started talking about this stuff. So I started looking for more, kinds of things that are out there. And I was looking, wow. So if you want to know about that program, just go to studentaid.gov, studentaid.gov, and that's what to do, studentaid.gov. And if you remember Lesko Help, I mean, I see Tammy's even helping people now. I mean, it's helping others is what it's all about. And that's why you don't need an expert. You don't need me. You need people who've done it before, people like Tammy, because she could talk your language better than I can. Federal Domestic Assistance book. Yes, Danny, do you remember that? I made that a New York Times bestseller list. I don't know, back in the 80s. I found that catalog of federal domestic assistance. Like, wow, look at this. And I literally just cut and pasted that book. I sent it to people in New York and they published it and it came out. And then I went on talk shows and acted like a crazy fool. And it became a New York Times bestseller. I didn't write anything. It was all plagiarized from the government. See, everything in the government, it's not copyrighted. So you could take anything in the government and sell it as much as you can. Like, remember, see the poster of Elvis and Richard Nixon? That's a government poster. That's National Archives. That's a free. You could take that and sell the hell out of it. Yeah, that's it. And that's what's important. That this is a tool. This is, to me, it's like oil under the ground. We don't know the language, so we ignored it. Things we don't know or want to understand, we just ignore it. So what we try to do, and with the help of members like Tammy, is to show people how to do this, and that's important. People will get confused about the bureaucracy and the bureaucraties language and ignore it and things like that. I mean, look at here in Biden's inflation. Okay, one of the first things is called the National Green Bank. Who the hell knows that? But what that is, if you're an entrepreneur and have an idea about how this country could save energy, that's where you get money. Okay. This is a lot of money they have in there to give it to people with ideas on how we could save energy and things like that. But if you're not an investor, what you want to do, see why this is, and maybe you're an entrepreneur that has a service, maybe you're an accountant, a lawyer, or an IT person, or you clean offices or whatever the hell you do. People are going to get billions from this stuff. And they're going to hire office cleaners. They're going to hire people, to serve them meals, or lawyer services, or accounting, or IT services, or whatever. They're the hot customers, man. And you have it's like shooting fish in a barrel here, and that's what people say. Oh, green bank. I don't know. I don't want anything. No, you have to learn. You have to learn this system, and they're the people who get wealthy from it. I mean, to me, what I was doing, see, I started this by helping rich people. Okay. And I thought, man, I was helping millionaires become billionaires, and after a while that, I just, it got boring. Rich people are no fun to work with. And they don't even need the money. See, that's what bothers me. You remember my commercials. Yes, so do I. That was printing money. This is more fun what I do now because I'm one-on-one. I mean, to see Tammy just do the and explain to me how it gets. I mean, I have people send me notices and things like that when they get our money or whatever, talk about crying. It brings tears to their eyes. Man, what could be better than that? I mean, touching someone's heart emotionally, to do something like that. And that's why this is the best work I've done for 40 or 50 years. I used to see you years ago. Yes, you sound like an ex-wife. And this helping one-on-one, like Tammy, to see what she's doing, and the grants we give out. See, every month now, and by the way, we have a September 4th at midnight Eastern Standard Time is the deadline to subscribe for our latest monthly grant. So you could subscribe and to Lesko Help and apply for our grant. And if you miss the deadline, September 4th, we'll have another October 4th. And we're going to give out $40,000. Already we gave out over $370,000. Okay. And that's amazing to me. I mean, I never thought we have a small little business. We're not a big business, not like, these big businesses that, uh, you know, give out a grant, and it's really marketing money for them. No, we give out all the money we make in profit, we give back to members, and we pay ourselves first. You have to take care of yourself first in life. I won my the first time. Tammy said she won one of our grants too. See, it's all about numbers. If you don't apply, you don't get, and you may lose. It's like getting a job. It's like getting a date. Whatever. I applied 3 times for the SBA and got nothing. Well, then you have to go somewhere else. I mean, a lot of people get nothing. That's what life is. A lot of people get, told they won't be hired. And if you don't want to work, then just don't go anymore. I volunteer for a celebrity. Oh, I see. Not me. I'm a celebrity. I just a schmuck from Wilkes-Barre, just struggling through life like everybody else is, and that's what it is. And me, what I feel is that you give me a wonderful opportunity to believe that I know something that could help you. And that's why I feel I have nothing better to do. And I sort of feel Tammy is this way too. What she's learning wants to give to other people. That has, it feel because it's selfish. Tammy knows that it's selfish. I do it because it feels good. See, the secret about giving is, it feels so good. And everybody thinks getting is feeling good. No, giving is better, but sometimes we need and we have to get. So that's a different kind of thing. The SBA said they ran out of, SBA, that's old. The SBA never had grants, or very few. And then they did during the pandemic, and they don't have any more. But there's thousands and thousands of business grants out there. They're just not of the SBA. But you'll think of the SBA, no grants, then there's no grants in the government. No, 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 that's not true at all. Well, it's not. And if you're not willing to dig and work at it, then you're not. And see, that's another thing we do is we give seminars a couple times a week. I mean, like 3 a week now, I think we have. What we do is have free live, video grant training sessions. So not only do we do free research for you 24 hours a day, unlimited, tell us what you want. We go look for it. Doesn't work. Tell us some more what you want and why that didn't work. And we look for it and keep helping you until one of us drop over. And I'd probably do that sooner than you will. So, and not only that, but we train you. See, and then other people like Tammy will help you. Not only me and the admin people that work with me. It's the members, and the members are important, and that's why the longer I'm here, I see. Oh, I'm just trying to, see how I can help people in tie-dye, and that's what I started this about a year or so ago, and it seems to be very popular. I know, I ran in by accident. Everything is by accident, but you got to have a lot of falling down and first to find something. I just purchased Lesko help. What do I and how do I get help now that I should do for? Well, if in your receipt when you sign up to Let's Go Help, there's a link there that you go to Facebook or Let's Go Help too. But it's Facebook that normal people start there, and you apply. Now it takes us maybe a half a day or so to get your name into there, so that when you get there, you are able to ask questions. And see, when you get to Let's Go Help too, that's really a closed Facebook group. And you ask a question there, and we give you the answer. And that may take a day or so for me to answer, because I answer most of them on there. You look around in the guides, and you'll see on top of the guides there's an application for our grant. So that's the first thing you want to do, is sign up for our September 4th grant. So you are into that, and see if you win this time. If not, then you apply again. But start and ask a question. That's what you want to do. We also have, you want to sign up. If you're in there, then you'll also see up in the guides is a link to get to Let's Go Help too. Don't try to log in by going to Let's Go Help 2.co, which is the official website, because they'll ask you for money. But if you already paid us money, the $20 or $19.95, whatever, you go in the back door, and the link is on Facebook for the back door. If you don't see it, just start a discussion, and then one of us will pick up the answer. And then, now, if you can't get in for some reason, and there's some kind of issue of you trying to get in there, what you do is you contact Magic Mary. Magic Mary, she's been with me a long time. Wonderful lady, and she knows all the magic in the back end that I don't. It's above my pay grade, so I can't help you even if I wanted to. Emergency rental assistant and no warning for everyone out there. It didn't end all over. You say it ended. Yes, it's different in every state. It's different in every city. So you really have to check with where you live about the program. So if somebody says it's over, that's true somewhere, but may not be for you. And even if it's over there are other programs that do the same thing, that have always done the same thing, but you don't know about it because they were never advertised nationally, like the emergency rent program is. So the best way to find those, if you're not a member, you go to 211.org or findhelp.org. God, I got so many wrinkles. I got to iron my face. And you go there. Now you put in rent, but you don't call 211. Don't call it. Maybe you can if you want. Can't hurt, but they may or may not be able to help. But the best thing is to call all the nonprofit organizations that are listed in the database, and they're good even if they don't have money for you, because what they are people in your neighborhood who work on that problem day in and day out, and they help people who have rental problems. So they know other sources besides themselves. That's what you have to do. It's like, why do you call a plumber? You know, you could go try to figure it out yourself or whatever, but no, they have the tools, they've done it before or whatever, and it'll take them 20 minutes and fix it. It's going to take you 3 days to watch the videos on YouTube, to go buy the tools and buy the wrong tools and then come back or whatever. So that's why you want to go to these people who do it all the time, and you talk to them. Hey, I can't pay the rent. I see this program is dead. Where else do you suggest that I could do this? See, because asking me, I don't know what's local in you. What I know about is the research techniques, how to find stuff. I can only hope to look as good as this guy. I lived that long. I ate the THC gummy bear yesterday. I feel like I was dying. Well, I don't know if that's good or bad. Actually, that's becoming, more therapeutic, drugs now, besides these expensive things by the pharmaceutical industry that who the hell knows what they're made out of, and all these psychedelics and other things are really um, sources, particularly for things like trauma and things like this. I mean, I was just listening to a report today that our country has gotten nowhere in helping with mental health. We're getting worse in the world, and we're probably on the lowest ladder and rung of the ladder for helping people with mental health problems. And we're supposed to be the best country in the world, and we aren't for mental health. And our numbers get worse and worse every year, and everybody else around the world gets better. You know? and, and actually, what's interesting, I just heard today, they're venture capital money. These are people invest in ideas of companies. They invested like, I think something like $5 billion last year in uh, startup companies that work on mental health problems or health problems, mental health problems. And the government is the biggest researcher in the world for mental health, and the mental health at National Institute of Health. They only spent 2 billion. You know, so you have venture capitalists trying to figure things out because we're not doing it as a community. We have the suicide rate is going crazy in this country, and it's going up and up, and it goes down and down everywhere else. It's we're killing ourselves more than COVID is, unfortunately. And actually, I just read the other day that in San Francisco last year, more people died of drug overdose. Twice as many died of drug overdose than they did of COVID. Wow. So that's what I mean. We're killing ourselves more than. I mean, it's a funny land we're in. It's not funny, haha. Just funny, weird. Can you apply for the first time home buyer program 2 years later? Depends on the program. You just check with the program. And there are dozens of programs. So if one program says no, you keep looking. Okay, where do you go for something like that? There are a couple of places to go locally. You start locally. You start with the HUD.gov, HUD.gov, and you look for the counselors there. They're again like the people on 211 I told you about. You call up, and you tell them what you're looking to do. Don't tell them you want a grant. Don't tell anybody you want a grant. Tell them you're going to solve a problem, because then they dig deeper into their world of knowledge and how to solve that problem. You want a grant? Then yeah, sure. Everybody knows grant. Everybody wants a grant. That's not a good question anymore, and that doesn't show you're human. So you say you have a problem, then people could relate to you as a human and say, "Hey, I know I keep up with 6 miles morning walk. Oh, I do too." Yeah. No assistance serum. In Missouri, just read today, Missouri is going to give out. They're giving out grants to everybody. Okay, they have so much money in Missouri, they don't know how to get rid of. See, when somebody says, "Oh, Missouri has no money," that because you call a few places, they don't have money. Uh, are all blondes stupid? No, you know a few stupid blondes. I know a few gray-haired guys that are stupid too. It doesn't mean everybody is, and that's just, to me, it's just an excuse for us not to work. And I always look for excuses not to work. So that's human. So you probably are too, and that's what's important. And it's every state has them. It's just how much you're going to put in time to do it. If you have an easier way to get money, you do it. If you don't, then you got to work at it. If you don't want to solve the problem, then that's another thing. I mean, we all have to figure out the way we want to live our lives. What I'm trying to do is that this is an option. I know I can't keep up with it. Oh, can you apply with first time home buyer? Oh, okay. So you go to HUD.gov and look for the counselor. You go to your state housing finance office, make an appointment there. They help people with houses. You go to neighborhoodworks.org, find the local office there, and they have, okay, so that's 3 places right there you want to touch base with to start. Don't go Googling. You're just going to get real estate agents and things like that want to get money from you. Remember that everything in Google is about money. If you don't have money, you don't want to use Google. It's fine. Maybe you buy and pay somebody something and they may solve your problem. I don't know. But if you don't have money, and a lot of times they won't. I mean, most of us are wrong most of the time, tell you the truth. I mean, I've written 100 books and only about 10 made money. So this is something I do for a living all the time. Uh, I just, I was just, okay, right. If you just joined the Lesko Help, yes, right on top in Facebook and on Lesko Help too. If you're there, I'm not sure which platform, but no matter which one you join, you're automatically a member of both. So just ask us for help. And if you can't find help, then go to contact Magic Mary at leskohelp.gmail.com. Okay. No, let's go help at gmail.com. Okay. This dusty old brain it doesn't give it its best shot sometimes. So you want to go, let's go help at gmail.com. And that's Magic Mary. Say, hey, Magic Mary, Matthew told me I should talk to you and you'll help me. Okay. She's the one that knows all that. We've been Bernie Sanders for president and U.S. Treasurer. I don't want a job. That sounds dreadful. You can call to it. Yes, you can call to it. And actually, there's a lot of places you can call. You can call the HUD counselors for financial help on the phone. You could call for job help on the Career One Stop Center. So if you're afraid of the internet and you don't need that. And I have a report. And actually, even if you're not a member, you could go to Lesko Help Free. Remember that, leskohelpfree.com. There's reports there. And I have a report that you can download for free, 7 offices that'll give you money without a computer. Okay. So you start with that. See, I know too much, and that's why I love answering questions to find out what I know. Because you ask me a question, oh, hey, there, I remember now. There's that thing over there. I bet maybe that will work. Yeah. But just that's why I love answering questions. I mean, I'll do this till I die to keep this brain. It's full of Swiss cheese already, but to keep it going, keep it pumping. I keep fixing my house. I live in a small town. Keep getting no, no, no. My baby said I go to rehab, and I said no, no, no. Okay, for a lot of that is from nonprofit organizations. To tell you the truth, Biden's new program, okay, the Inflation Reduction Program, lots of house fix-up money there, and everything from a new roof to new appliances, grants and rebates and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so what you want to do is, if you're a member, I'll give you a report that shows you all the offices to call where you are. If you're not a member, then you just have to start calling. You go to 211.org and then you go to findhelp.org. Okay. And you call, you don't just call 211. You get a listing of all the people under home repair, and you call every one of those offices. There may be a dozen or whatever. They may be far away. It doesn't matter. You call and tell them what you're trying to do. Not you want to grant you, what you're trying to do is fix your house. Okay. That's what you want to do. And also, we want to do, you're in a small town somewhere, you want to find your community action agency. Community action agency. Okay. Write that down somewhere. That usually is a place where some of the major programs are. But even if they say no, you can't stop there. It's like a job. If somebody says no, you can't, stop there. You have to keep going. And that's important. And you see what's there. That's right. You need your house fixed up. And I mean, a member just wrote and said 2 years later, he's now getting a whole new house. They're tearing down his old house and putting up a brand new house. I'm begging him to tell us how he did that. He was thanking me for that. How the hell did you do that? I don't know how you do that. That's what I mean. Is that people like Tammy that that are the juice behind this. It's not me. I'm just a trained SEAL. Also, the APC program, Accessible Connecting Program, pays for it. Yes, that's in every county, every place, and there's more going into stuff like that. Go on provider app. They have several resources in your area listed under. Okay, besides the greats that Matthew Lesko goes, you should all pitch in and pay him and his lady to go to Hawaii. No, I want to work. I want to work. I want to go to Hawaii, sit on the beach. I mean, I do when I run out of juice, but and life is doing things, not doing things. I don't understand that. That we have this, and it's in me too. Want to be lazy? That only happens when you're doing things you don't like. You're doing things you like. I mean, just like I was a golfer when I was young. Man, I would play 36 holes a day if I could, in the rain, snow, sleet, or hail. So why doesn't work that way? It can be. It'll take work to get that way, but it can be. Thumbs up or oh, thank you, Timmy. Yeah, that's who's going to put a swamp cooler is still wait. Oh, you're still waiting for that swamp cooler. That's another thing I learned from members like Tammy. I never know what a swap cooler or a swamp cooler. I don't even know. Yeah, Community Action Agency. Yeah, that's where she got her swamp cooler. I'm 47. Remember your book as a teenager. Wow. May I ask how many years young you are? 79. Yeah. Yeah, I feel great. I can't run anymore because I fall down. I trip and stuff, but all the muscles and bones are fine. So I walk 7 miles a day, 6 miles, and that's safer. My bones could take it, just my mind doesn't think quick, and it's too easy, especially in an urban setting. There's too many things going on that I can't be. Where can I find help getting a computer? Yes, if you remember, Let's Go Help. Uh, I have a report that does that, but you can call, go to 211.org or findhelp.org. There's a lot of local nonprofits that give away for free. If you remember, I may have an old one around that's still very good. I mean, old to me is like a year. So, and I'd be happy to figure out if I could send you one or something like that. I can't walk down the street. Well, sassy. VT Mama. You can't walk down the street. Maybe legs are a problem or something. I don't know if I was a winner of your grant. We post the winners. We just announced them last week, I guess it was, for the August one, or probably 2 weeks now. And so they're up. They're up on the both the websites. They're there. And again, if you can't find something, don't know, just ask. Start a discussion, start something new or whatever, and ask us so we can give you the winners. Kong winners. You remember you can create your own personal report if you remember. Yes, we do that. Tammy does, and others there. Severe back issues. Yeah. Well, that's tough. I mean, I had back issues younger when I got out of the Navy, and I called up government experts, and doctors all talking about their operations and all this kind of stuff, and I found somebody at National Institute of Health who spends a career studying, giving out research money to study back pain. And he was telling me, this is over phone. See, this is what's about the government. Anybody could call. If you're nice, if you're not nice, they'll probably hang up on you because they get the same paycheck no matter what. If you're nice, they want to try to help because they're human. And he told me about this book by this German guy, Klaus something, I forget what it was. And I took that book and I took the course they had on it at the local YMCA. Never had back pain again in my life. Now, there's varying degrees of back pain. All back pain isn't back pain. So you have to be careful. But that's why it's searching. And medicine, particularly that. You have to be careful. I mean, you want to get as much input as you can. There's 100 ways to solve the problem. Drugs, actually, even scientific evidence. I mean, this is very, important data, and it's verified, and from you know scientific journals that like up to two-thirds, or actually, 2/3, 60 some percent of the scientific journal's findings are wrong. They can never be duplicated or never done again. And so we keep these findings and say this is right. And then plus when you say it's right, it may be better than what's before, but it still may not be right for you. So let's say, so that's why life to me is more trial and error. And when you're trying things, is that it's not going to harm you or cost you money. And that's why you want to do something in life. I'll show you places where you could start doing that for free. Okay, so why go on the internet and find people going to charge you $1,000, 2,000, 10,000, whatever? When I could show you how to do the same thing for free. It may have to be a little more creative. It may not be exactly what you want because you want a big fancy place or whatever, instead of doing it, and sharing it with somebody else. But the important thing is just doing it. Doesn't matter how, and that's what's important. And there's ways to do that. There's ways to do anything if you keep open-minded. So funny, 37. Well, that's a name I like. And that's why I think humor is so important in life, because life is so shitty. If you don't have, uh, I'm getting a massage ant. What's it? Is like a little bit of ant, a little massage that ant. Ants run over you, and that's doing massage. Oh, acupuncture. Oh no, I see. What? Oh, for the back. Is that? Oh, so funny is. Are you the back people? No, that's sassy Vermont mom, a VT mom. I'm not really sure what that is. Big thanks to SBA. My disability ante was approved and funded for $90,000 grant, disability grants funding support. And that's through the Small Business Administration. Great. There is a nonprofit organization that just is there to help people with disability start businesses. I love Shanae Byrne. Are you a member also? I'd love to know more about what you got there, and share that story with other people, because we have a lot of members who have disabilities. I used to be a massage therapist. Oh, I see. Until my car died. New cars. Let me show you how to get new cars. Okay. And that's important. Okay. So funny. Please. Or just email me. And see if I get it. Lesko Free Radio at gmail.com. Lesko Free Radio at gmail.com. Email me there. Uh, Tell me about your car, or So Funny 37. Let me know more. And I'll send you some information to get going on cars. And God, there's a lot of states that have money now for cars, and particularly that reason for you to get to work. See, because they know, hey, if you don't have a car, you can't get to work. Maryland now is giving you a free car for 2 years. That's right, a free car for 2 years just to get to work. Okay, good place to start looking for that. But So Funny 37, email me so I give you a bunch of lists, other stuff I got on that. You call your career one stop. See, the Career One Stop is part of your State Department of Labor, and they're there to help you get jobs, keep jobs, get trained for jobs for free. There is more money going to this office, I think, than any other office in our country nowadays. You got SBA, that's over with, but now they're putting it in the Career One Stop. That's for you to get a good job, and that's important. And so that's why they have other programs to assist, to help you get to the job, to help you pay for daycare, for clothes even, and all kinds of stuff, to pay for training. They have money to live on while you're training, even all that kind of stuff. New owners bought the property, live in. I want to be out of. They want to be well. First thing, they may not be able to get rid of you immediately, and you should get first of all get legal help about. I have mentality ill sister who lives with me. Yes, first of all, call your um, just JUST, and then shelter SHELTER. Okay, so you want to go there first. Call it Just JUST SHELTER. Okay, then there'll be a listing, state by state listing of free legal help, and they will help you so you don't get evicted, and know your rights. Because see, the people who your landlord, they know their rights, but they're not going to tell you your rights. So you got to come, with the right. It's sort of like uh, uh, Ukraine. You got to get some ammunition here, or the Russians are just going to roll over you. So that's what. And this ammunition is free. It's from the government. So you go to just JUSTSHELTER and .com. Now, other ways, I gave you 3 places earlier, uh, and they will help you. It's HUD.gov is a good place to start. Neighborworks.org is another good place to start. And fish around findhelp.org under housing and just start calling people in that database who work on housing. Don't call the database itself like 211. I mean, that's okay. You can, and you may get lucky there. But to really get down to the good stuff, you got to start calling the people in the database. And if there's 20 on a subject, you call all 20. Philadelphia has nothing for what? I would move the also first time home buyer city jam me on house. Okay, Trish, I'm not sure. When you say Philadelphia has nothing, I don't know who in Philadelphia. Some people would have nothing, some may not. And you're right, it may all totally have nothing. But you can't say it has nothing if you only contacted a few places. And that's the key. You got to ask every woman in class if you say you can't get a date for the prom before you say you can't get a date for you can't. You just can't ask your top 3. And if they tell you no, then you say, oh, there's no way I can't get a date for prom in this school. That's silly. Back pain may be just the cause of gluten I experienced for 10 years. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm 56 years young. However, I'm too old for a 30-year mortgage. Oh, they have shorter mortgages. Yeah. I don't worry about it. They don't care. Yeah. No, they just wonder if you can make payments, and they got the house when you can't, so it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. What you got to do is learn your options. You don't know all your options. You think there's 1, 2. No, there's 1,000. But you got to dig out your options, and that's what's important. And they don't come to you because all you know is the obvious things, because that's what everybody tells you and whatever. And the opportunities are in the non-obvious things. Misty, they're currently available doing SBA giveaway grants funding in Virginia State right now, and everyone is eligible. Shawnee Byrne, I don't know. SBA, I'm not sure what program that is. SBA doesn't have a lot of grant money. They have some, but all the big grant money program. But Virginia, yes, not with SBA money, but they have small business money, but it's not from the SBA. It's from the state. And that's where that is. And yes, Virginia is a good state for grants. They're still giving out. They got tons of dough, man. And most states have tons of dough. I just get a video this morning about every state having, like Montana's giving like $1,250 to everybody in Montana. If you're a couple, then you get $2,400 or whatever it is. Man, it's just amazing. Let's go. In order to get my mother's health up after a rare heart, one for a heart removal, got a juicer and took it to a rehab room, and then at home, please get one if you don't have. Yeah, no, I have a juicer. I mean, I drink smoothies and stuff like that. I enjoy that, but I think you're talking. Oh, somebody gave me $7. That's big money here on Facebook. Well, thank you so much, William. Do you have grants to help people with credit cards? Yes. Here's what you do. If you're a member, look at your Meta Grants Report. And in there, item 17 shows you step by step how to find free financial counselors. Okay, if you're not a member, then go here, go to HUD.gov, and they have financial counselors. So just in their search, when you go to HUD.gov, look for counselors, and then start calling them for financial counseling because they have all kinds of things for reverse mortgage, for foreclosure, and for credit cards, everything. And also your local county cooperative extension service also has counselors, financial counselors. And you know what? Some of them give you money to come and get their help. They just they'll give you like $50 to come and get the help. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, they pay you. Yeah, that's what they do. Uh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Uh, for the $7, a nice thing to know. It's YouTube super chat they sent. Oh, good. Matthew, you got $7. Oh, nice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you and what you do. Well, I enjoy doing it. And that's why I hope that my work could help other people find things they really want to do in life. Because that way you could love the hardest, you could give the hardest. It's sort of like a personal relationship. Yeah, mediocre, then you can't love real hard, right? So it's the same with your work. Sabrina Ward, thank you so much. I really, oh, wonderful. And so that's important to do, I think. I mean, and see to me, um, was the SS and SSI, and I stopped for a year and a half, and then it was bank accounts, and then it got back to LA, and Hollywood stuff. The SSI still owes me $8,000, but won't pay. If the SSI doesn't pay, then you got to work with your elected official and call every one of them. Start with your 2 senators, and then go to your congressperson, and then go to your state legislators, and just go down the list. I mean, everybody's not going to help you, but you got to put in the numbers to find those that will. And that will take effort, and effort on your part. They're not going to call you and apologize. And so it means you do it. How do you find your elected officials? You go to Common Cause, COMMON, and then CAUSE.org, O-R-G. But put your Cash App in link as you two take half of what sent the super chat. Huh? Don't understand it. Don't use cash on YouTube. Uh, Thanks. I did it. Try that in Florida, and now I can in LA. Oh, cool. I was denied for a grant in my city. I wrote for well, that's only one place. You got to start digging around for other places to apply to. Remember, they're not going to, people who give away money don't go and knock on your door unless they're Ed McMahon. He used to do that. uh, and so that's, you got to do the digging. So you got to roll up your sleeves, and get out there and do some hard work. Thank you for all you do. Where do you recommend to go to get a grant to start a business? First of all, if you want to start a business, don't say you want a grant. There's something called community navigators in every city. If you go to sba.gov, and you, in their search button there, put community navigators. Now, these are people that just started the last couple of months ago that got grants from the government to help anybody start a business, any kind of business. So these are a whole bunch of business mentors for free. So you call them up and tell them that you need help to start a business, not that you need a grant to start a business. No, do that. You can send a disability lawyer. They fight the SSC and don't get paid until, but they're still getting paid. I mean, you use the free stuff first and get all the money. Don't start an ambulance chaser when you can get it free, because the elected officials do the same thing for free and probably has more power to it too. So use those first. Maybe you have to do that later, but you want to use the free one first. Did you get a YouTube play button plaque? You oversee subscribers. It will look nice. And oh no, I don't know. Doesn't matter. If all the locals in Florida did not see to help, but how can California? Can I get the CA reps to help? Now, is that for Florida? I don't understand. Yes, because they'll know who to call in Florida if that's where you have to get it. Um, and if it isn't, then call the reps for where you lived in Florida if that's where it was. Because that's really what they're helping with is there. Well, my voice is going, guys. I don't know if you could tell, but I can. Okay. And so don't forget, only 2 more days to apply to our I don't even know what goddamn month is it. A September 4th grant. So this is the second. So fourth, third, and then fourth. Okay. We need to monetize your channel. You can earn money. Oh, that certainly would be nice, but I do earn, more than I thought I would just on ads, that Google does, and they share the money with me. I want to concentrate on getting people to join so we could help them. And that's the main thing. There's 1,000 ways to do things, and any little one helps though too. So that's good. How can I help my own house? Answer that already. I have a report that shows you all those sources. If you don't have that, then contact. First is go to hud.gov and look for the counselors. They help with that. Find neighborworks.org, help with that. And also help with look at your state housing finance agency, okay? And they will help with that too. So there's a lot of free help with that, okay? And your local community action agency, they will help. See, these are all people that are really provide free services for free. I'm going to charge you $20. So use the free ones first. That's important thing. I've been doing this. You've been doing this since I was a kid too. And I plan to do it until my head just goes plunk right in the bowl of soup at dinner one day. Okay. So let me take off, guys. I will talk to you soon. And who is that person? Oh, so funny 36. Okay, you're gonna. Oh, I'm moving to Montana. Yeah, they have a new program. They're giving out $2,500, $2,400 to couples. Maybe only get $1,250 if you're alone, or $1,200. Okay, so funny. Let me know. Lesko Free Radio, and if you don't hear from me in a day or two, just beat on me again. Okay, leskofreeradio@gmail.com, and Let's Go Help if you want to join and apply for the grant. Let'sGoHelp.com and Let'sGoHelpFree.com for those free reports to help you get started without me. Okay, you don't know me.